Good morning, class. Here is the third installment of Robin Hood, our grammar story. Okay, it's starting at what would have been week 17. All right. The calm, mysterious giant then leaned sturdily upon his staff to await Robin. Robin Hood stepped to the side of the bridge, found a tall oak there, and cut straight a hefty staff, which measured 6 feet in length. Relaxed and untroubled, the stranger genially waited for him, leaning upon his staff and whistling as he gazed about. Furtively, Robin observed him as he trimmed his staff, measuring him from top to toe. Robin deemed that he had never eyed a taller or more thicker man than he. Usually Robin towered over others, but the stranger, who stood a full 7 feet tall, was taller by a head and a neck than he. Although Robin had broad shoulders, the stranger's husky shoulders were broader by twice the size. "Nevertheless," muttered Robin to himself, "I will defeat you readily, my good fellow." Robin Hood then proclaimed to the stranger, "Here is my staff, which is long and tough. Now wait my coming and meet me if you dare. We will fight until the lesser of us catapults into the stream from too forceful a blow." "I eagerly await the combat," cried the stranger. "It's a fair test to prove who is more adept with the staff, and it will determine the better man." He nimbly twirled his staff above his head between his fingers and thumb until it whistled through the air, and then he stepped onto the bridge. Surely the knights of King Arthur's Round Table never met in a stouter fight than did these two. Robin quickly stepped upon the bridge where his adversary stood. First he dodged a blow and then delivered its match to the stranger's head. If the strike had met its mark, the man would have tumbled speedily into the water, but the stranger parried Robin's blow to the right. In response, the 7-foot man just as fiercely returned another blow, which could have easily leveled a weaker opponent. When Robin had pushed the staff to the side as deftly as the stranger had done, he showed his challenger that this was no easy fight. Thus they stood, each in his place, 1 hour later, neither budging an inch from the spot where they began. In that hour, both men had given and received many blows until they were covered with chafed skin, aching muscles, and bruised bones, too. Despite their fatigue, neither of them considered crying enough or seemed likely to tumble off the bridge. As the two stopped to rest now and then, each combatant privately believed he had never in his life witnessed such a skillful quarterstaff duel. At last, Robin delivered the stranger such a blow upon the ribs that his jacket smoked like damp straw thatching in the sun. So shrewd was the stroke that the stranger came within a hair's breadth of falling off the bridge. However, he regained himself quickly and by a dexterous blow gave Robin a crack on the crown which caused the blood to flow. The blow inflamed Robin. Although he smote the other with all his might, the stranger again warded off the blow. At once he thwacked Robin, only this time so squarely that our hero lost his footing and tumbled into the chilly water. To this unexpected happenstance, Robin called back, "Ha! I'm floating into the flood and out with the tide." He could not help laughing at himself as his sorry plight, because he recognized the humor in his predicament. Then, gaining his feet, the outlaw Robin waded to the bank, where the little fish scattered and fled, frightened at his splashing. "Give me your hand," cried the stranger when Robin had reached the bank. "I must admit that you are a brave, sturdy soul, wielding a hearty stroke with your staff." By this time, their heads hummed like a hive of bumblebees on a scorching June day. Then Robin Hood clapped his horn to his lips and blew 3 blasts, which echoed sweetly down the forest paths. And that is it for today.